Hey, I got a light, boy. Hey, I got a light. Hey, I got a light, boy.
Hi everybody, Norfolk Boy here, keep on trashing, and welcome to my second part of building the Jupiter 2 from Lost in Space. And I'm going to begin at the very beginning, as it seems like a very sensible thing to do. So let's just whip over the page and see where we start. So let's start at the beginning. That's what the instructions want you to do anyway. Yeah, all the landing gear, that's what we can start with. There is a few other things that I wouldn't mind doing in advance, so I'll go through that in a minute. But here's the bottom half. So one of the things I want to do is paint this with satin black, because I want to light this beast, as you well know, so that will stop any light bleed from any of the lights that are going to be sitting around the bottom half there. Here's the bag full of parts to actually put together for the landing gear. You can have the landing gear up, so you don't have to do all this, but I want the landing gear down. So yeah, just got to open up this bag and put all those pieces together. Also, there's the fusion core, which I want to get sorted as well, and put my fusion core lights in that I bought last year for £32. Still available on eBay, and still for roughly about the same price, I do believe, so that's cool. Save yourself a little bit of money, because £130 for the actual lighting kit plus 30 odd pounds postage seems to be a huge amount of money to pay for a lighting kit. Of course, that is just my opinion, so obviously if you've got the money and you don't want to go through all the trouble of doing your own lighting kit, then by all means pay out the money and pay for something that's already set up and done for you with instructions. But I'm going to do it the hard way and do my own lighting kit. So let's begin with the first part, and then the fusion core. I need to spray black inside as well, so as to not have any light bleed when the lights do go in. So let's get started with this baby and start putting all of this lot together. So let's get these things taken off their sprues. All the parts that I need, the side bits, well, practically all of it really. So let's just get on and get it all off. So these are the side bits, the steps. Also there's a back plate for the steps on here, but what I actually want to do is leave that unglued first of all, because I don't really want that on until I've painted the steps. I want to paint the back of that and then glue it in, so that I then get all the silver all over the steps and the back plate. Yeah, I want to get all this done and then get them all primed, as well as the bottom part of the ship itself needs to be primed, and satin black also sprayed on the inside of the bottom half as well for light bleed, as well as the fusion core, and get that all sorted. So that's exactly what I'm going to be doing right now. Now I've got these all off the sprues. I've put them all in their separate piles, ready to put together. I just need to get the parts all cleaned up now, and any blemishes taken off them, sharp edges, that kind of thing, bits of flash left over, and so on. Then I can glue them together. Now it's time to, now I've got all the pieces sorted out and cleaned up, it's time to actually dry fit them and make sure that they all fit well before I do any kind of gluing. I'm going to use CA glue, super glue, and I've made some little applicators which I'll show you how to do in a minute if you fancy doing it instead of buying one. But yeah, just gonna put these together just to make sure that everything fits nicely and snug, and then when I glue it I ain't gonna have any problems. So I'm going to get these parts glued together with super glue. As I said, I'm just going to stick a little bit in this cap lid here. And I'm going to use this little mini applicator that I made myself, which I found a chap here on YouTube itself making these out of leftover sprues, you know, that you take your parts off of. Which is a really cool idea, really. Instead of throwing them away, that you could just heat them up in the middle and stretch them and let them cool, and you get this tiny little, well, as big an applicator as you want really, but yeah, great idea I thought. I have looked into whether you can recycle all your spare bits and pieces of plastic once you've done your models. Unfortunately here where I live, you can't put them in your recycling bin, which is a shame. It really is. Don't ask me why. It's plastic and I thought it was recyclable, but evidently it's not. So there's lots of other things you can do with your leftover plastic, so I'm putting it all in a box at the moment, and I'm going to investigate a little bit more on what I can do, because at the end of the day, throwing it all in just an ordinary bin is just a lot more landfill. So yeah, let's just get this stuff put together. Of course, when gluing these parts together, just make sure you've read the instructions carefully, because there is particularly a way that all of these parts to go together. If I was to put the other side on now before I put the hydraulic arm part in the middle, I wouldn't be able to get that in because I'll put the side bit on first. So there's a particular way that all these parts go together, so just make sure you carefully read the instructions and then you can't go wrong. And that's one of the things I have done in the past, is just skip instructions, and sometimes it can be a very big error indeed. Just down at the bottom of the landing gear ladders, you will see a little number of the part. That's what I'm doing right now, is just rubbing that off. I don't really want it there, and when I spray it you might still be able to see the number. So just to let you know that there's a tiny little number there and a few other little marks and that I just want to get rid of before I get ready to spray the paint on. So all you need to do to make these little applicators, by the way, is just to cut a piece of thickish plastic off your sprue, heat it up a little bit in the middle until it starts to melt. Just give that a little bit more, and then stretch it slowly, and then just let go and let it stiffen up again when it cools off. There we go. And then once that's done, you can just snip it in the middle and you've got two applicators. Simple as that. Also, while popping all those parts together, I also want to clean up around the edge of the inside of the bottom half, so that my fusion core part will clip in properly. It has 3 or 4 little clips that clip in place, but they don't fit very well at the moment because I need to take some of the rough plastic off around the edges. Not too much though, just enough for it to sit in there properly. I think the way to put it in actually is from underneath, but yeah, just need to do that, and also get it all blacked as well, of course. I'm going to use these files. That's always handy to get yourself a set of files and just gently go around and sort it all out so that it fits nice and neatly. So that's now seems to be fitting rather well, so I'm really pleased with that. It's nice and tight and clipped in very nicely and neatly. I just will need to make sure that there isn't any gaps, but I will use something around the seal anyway, just to make sure that there'll be no light bleed coming through where the parts have joined. So here we are with almost a completed one. As you can see, there is a piece that goes on the back of the steps as well, but I don't actually want to glue that in yet because I want to spray the back part of that first before it goes in, so I can make sure that that's been painted really, because it might not get well painted through steps if they were all joined together, if you kind of get my meaning. But yeah, that's all that part put together now, so just 2 more lots to do. And there they are, the whole 3 together, all put together nicely. They look pretty good. I could do a little bit more cleaning up, so I shall do that before I spray it, give them a little bit of a rub down, and then they're good to go. So yeah, really pleased with all of those. Happy days. So it's time to rub down the primer on the bottom half of the ship. Just with a fine pad really. These pads are fantastic for this, and just lightly go over it just to give it again something for the colour to stick to nicely. So just get all this done rather quickly. I'm just going to use one of these little rub and down sticks. This one's a little bit of a harsh grit really, but I'm just doing it gently just to rub it down a little bit in the corners and that, just to make sure that the paint will stick when I give it a spray. I'm going to rub down the inside as well because I want to spray this with some black satin matte. Just so that it helps prevent any light bleed. So I've just done a dry fit of the lid just to see how well it fits, because I had heard from other people that there's a problem with the lid being slightly warped where the window part is. Mine was a little tiny bit, so I did warm it up very gently. I didn't want to overdo it. I didn't want to melt the plastic or anything like that. I put a weight on top of it and left it overnight, and it seems to have straightened out really well. And at the moment I'm really pleased with the fit I have right here and now. Whether that changes once I get all the gubbins inside is another matter, but it's looking pretty good right now anyway. So that's all good. Let's take the lid bag off, and as you can see, the floor's sitting in its place where it will go. So yeah, all looking pretty good so far. Now I have the floor, I see that there is a marking of where the inner circle goes, and what I'm actually going to do is cut a circle out for this. I know you can get the masking sets for this, but again, instead of buying them, I thought I'd have a crack at doing it myself. So I've got some masks and A4 sheet here, and what I need to do is cut that circle somehow. So what I'm going to do is, my wife gave me a weird contraption. I'm going to try and use that to do it with and cut it around. So yeah, let's give it a go and a bash and see if I do any good with this. I've just got to figure out the exact middle of this thing. That's the problem. It's not going to be as easy as it looks. So that didn't come out too bad. I did nick it a little bit on this side and had to stick a little bit of tape over, but hopefully that'll solve the problem. I'll tidy it up a little bit and see how it goes. I am going to be spraying this with my airbrush, so that will make it a little bit more easier. The paint won't be so heavy, so hopefully everything will work out just fine. Fingers crossed on that one. I'm just going to give all these parts a little bit of a scuff down, not too heavily, just enough for the paint to stick to them. I'm going to be using this paint from High Coat, the grey primer for plastic. Other models have said it's pretty damn good, so this is the stuff I'm going to use. I'll let you know how good it is once I've used it a few times and checked it out. But yeah, it's fairly cheap and it's a nice big tin, so it'll go a long way. So while I'm just preparing all this for primer, I've just thought to myself I really need to start thinking about the lighting situation here, and because what I actually want to do is figure out where I'm going to put some lights maybe for the landing gear. It'd be nice to have the 3 landing gear bays light up slightly, so I'm going to have to be thinking about that pretty soon before I start sticking anything together and sorting out exactly where I'm going to be putting the power source as well. So all these things I need to think about, as well as getting some black underneath the fusion core as well to stop any light bleed, of course. So yeah, all these things, but all these things you just have to take your time and try and not forget to do, basically, before you go way ahead of yourself and then forget what you should have done beforehand, if you know what I mean. So just using this old cast stand for the bodies here, just to try and hold these things together while I get a little bit of paint on them. Not the easiest things to spray, but I'm using my airbrush. I'm getting used to this airbrush a little bit now, but probably people are shouting at the screen right now who are professionals here, saying that I'm doing it all the wrong way, but still. So that's everything primed up, ready for painting. Obviously going to give that all a little bit of a rub down before I ever think about putting any kind of colour on, but yeah, all looking good, all primed up and ready for the next move. So I think one of the next moves will be to actually get this blacked on the inside and probably underneath the floor as well. I just want to make sure that there is no light bleed when I start lighting this thing up. You know, the more I can make it dark on the inside, better perhaps it will be when lit up. Hopefully that's my plan anyway. All the stairs are ready, so yeah, fusion core's done. I'm ready to go. So getting all the painting done now that everything's dry, so I'm slowly getting this airbrushed, a different silver to the silver I'm going to use for the actual body, so that the legs don't look all the same colour. I don't think it would be right if they all look the same colour, and the doors, but the inner parts that fit into the body, obviously they've been done with the Tamiya TS76 paint silver. Yeah, so that's looking pretty good. So they're done already. There's the blacking that I was talking about that I've done on the inside excuse me, of the bottom hull of the ship. I've masked the little doors up and just give them a coat of silver as well, a different kind of silver again, like I say, to the actual body that I'm painting, so that they don't all look the same. Yeah, so they're going to be ready. So I think that's where I'm going to call it a day on this second part. So if you found this content very helpful, if you're deciding to build anything like this, then please do like and subscribe, comment, whatever you want to do. It really will be appreciated. And of course, thanks for watching, and hope to see you all again very soon with part 3 of building the Jupiter 2 from Lost in Space. Take care, everybody.
I got a load